Google's Pixel Pro 7 is an example of how the company has eschewed spectacular but unnecessary upgrades in favor of more subtle enhancements designed to attract customers. The previous model was impressive, although there were some glitches. The Pixel Pro 7 is an upgrade, so let's talk about Google Pixel 7 Pro's top features. Design. All of the Pixel 7 Pro's upgrades are hidden away in the phone's finer elements, making it look almost identical to the Pixel 6 Pro at first glance. The camera control bar displays the most noticeable modification. Google has chosen to conceal the camera bar with an aluminum cover painted to match the rest of the device's exterior. With 3 cutouts in its aluminum-clad camera bar, Google offers a more attractive and functional alternative to previous year's models, which suffered from lens flare. Google used polished aluminum for the camera bar and frame rather than the matte metal used on the Pixel 7. It's quite unfortunate because the aluminum frame is a magnet for fingerprints and smudges. The Pixel 7 Pro's back is a glossy glass, just like last year's model. However, this year's model has a more uniform appearance thanks to eliminating the color contrast between the camera bar and back. Even though the Pixel 7 Pro has some design flaws, it's still a good design. And honestly, most people would likely use a cover to clad the design flaws and protect the phone like they would with the screen. Later in this video, we'll talk more about the Pixel Pro 7's screen display, so stay tuned. Fingerprint and face unlock. Let's talk about biometrics. This year's sensor is a significant improvement over last year's, and early adopters should be pleased to hear the news. On the Pixel 6 line, it was a huge problem area. The first few months after its release, it was sluggish to unlock and unstable for regular use. In any case, it appears that Google has things under control after making some minor upgrades to the Pixel 6 earlier this year. In practice, the sensor unlocks your phone around 0.5 seconds quicker than the previous year's model. Also, the Pixel 7 Pro incorporates Face Unlock, a long-awaited feature that was missing from its predecessor. Immediately after you scan your fingerprint, the device will prompt you to set this up. Show your face from different angles to the front-facing camera, and you're good to go. Display. If you turn your Pixel 7 Pro on its side, you'll notice that the panel doesn't extend around the device, making for narrow side and top bezels. While the display size has decreased by 0.1, the Pixel 7 Pro is 7mm wider than its predecessor. The lowered curvature eliminates most color distortion for the panel itself, making it enjoyable to watch whatever is currently available on HBO Max. The Pixel Pro 7 has a sharp OLED display with a 120Hz refresh rate. In addition, the Pixel Pro 7's display is 25% brighter than its predecessor. This year, Google included a toggle that lets you switch between 1080 and 1440 on the fly. However, the Pixel 7 Pro defaults to a 1080 resolution. The Pixel Pro 7 screen is among the best, but if you want to know more about the competition, subscribe to our channel and watch our reviews. Software. As you might imagine, the Pixel 7 Pro has the latest version of Android pre-installed. Although we must admit it's not as major as Android 12, it does provide many welcome enhancements that should please most users. For instance, Material You has never been better, but it will remain a stopgap until most large third-party apps adopt dynamic-themed icons. Google's unified search bars, which provide web and on-device results together, are also a significant improvement, appearing on both the home screen and the app drawer. Direct My Call, At a Glance, and Assistant Voice Typing are just a few of the company's existing technologies that have been upgraded rather than replaced. Tensor G2 is responsible for all of these software improvements, and we'll talk more about it and how it has influenced performance on the Pixel Pro 7, so stay tuned. Cameras. The camera is a major selling point for most new smartphones, and the Pixel 7 Pro does not disappoint. A 12MP ultra-wide camera, 48MP telephoto camera, and 50MP broad camera make up its triple-lens rear camera system, which can record 4K HDR, high dynamic range, footage at up to 60 FPS. Although neither camera's megapixel count has changed in the past year, the ultra-wide lens's field of view has grown and the telephoto lens has shrunk. In addition, the Pixel 7 Pro's camera app lets you choose from 4 fixed magnification levels to help you get the photo you want. The Pixel Pro 7 camera is impressive and gives a reason to purchase Pixel Pro 7. Give this video a thumbs up if you agree with this sentiment. Tensor G2 Performance. Now, let's talk about the Tensor G2. According to Store Google, Pixel's newest powerful processor is custom-built with Google AI and makes Pixel 7 Pro faster, more efficient, and more secure. And it delivers even more helpful features and the best photo and video quality yet. Technically, there isn't much of a difference between Tensor G2 and the chip in the Pixel 6 Pro. 2 Cortex-X1 cores and 4 Cortex-A55 cores are still used. However, the A76 cores have been replaced by 2 Cortex-A78 cores in the CPU. The X1 core's clock speed has also been slightly increased to boost performance. The Tensor Processing Unit, TPU, is responsible for most of the performance boost seen in Tensor G2. It's 60% more powerful this year and is built to handle all of the machine learning activities Google plans to introduce to its smartphone portfolio. However, the Pixel 7 Pro, like the previous model, heats up considerably after extended usage. Compared to the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1 in the Galaxy Z Fold 4, Tensor's continued hot operation is quite disappointing. Price. The Google Pixel 7 Pro is available in olive green, white, and black and starts at $899 for the 128GB model and goes up to $1,099 for the 512GB variant. The Pixel 7 Pro is a top contender for the most excellent Android phone of the year, and the pricing is affordable compared to other high-end smartphones, such as the iPhone 14 and the Samsung Galaxy S22. The Pixel 7 Pro shows that Google has become genuinely committed to its devices, and we anticipate more enhancements in the future. Google's Pixel Pro 7 can be considered one of the best on the market, but when it comes to laptops, it doesn't get better than Apple's MacBooks. The most recent models with M2 chips will render you unable to decide which model to purchase. Fortunately, our next feature is M2 MacBook Pro versus MacBook Air M2 review. Why choose Pro over Air? You should watch that and keep yourself informed.